This is how you find the area of a square and a rectangle. Today we are going to do 4 problems, each getting more and more difficult. So stay until the end to make sure that you're ready and prepared to ace your exam. Before we dive into the problems, I want to give you 3 words that are going to help you remember exactly what area is. And the last one is my favorite. The first word is going to be grass. If a farmer has a piece of land, the grass is going to be the area. And if you notice, grass has a letter A, and so does area. The second word is going to be inside. So let's say you're at your house, you're playing video games. Are you looking at the inside of the screen or the outside of the screen? Well, you're looking at the inside of the screen, right? So the inside is another key word that is going to remind you of area. The inside is the area. This last word is my favorite word, and it is Area 51. If you've heard, supposedly there are aliens inside of Area 51. And the beauty of this word is that it reminds us what area is. It is the inside. It is the grass that is inside of the farm. It is Area 51 where the aliens are inside of. For this first problem, we're looking for the area of a rectangle. How do we know it's a rectangle? Because the length and the width are unequal. If they were equal, it'll be a what? It'll be a square. Now what we have up here is the formula for area. What we're gonna do is we're gonna plug in these numbers and multiply. So what is the length? The length is 8, and we're going to multiply that with 5 because that is the width. 8 times 5 is what? It is 40, but 40 what? 40 inches, 40 feet, 40 meters? Well, we have to look at our measurement. Centimeters. But before centimeters, we have to put square centimeters. Now you might be asking, well, I get where we get the centimeters from, but where do we get the square from? So check this out. The 5 represents the rows that are going across. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 8 going up and down. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. If we were to count every single square, guess how many squares there would be? You're right, there would be 40 squared centimeters. For this second problem, we have to find the area of what shape is this? Looking at the measurements, we know that this is a square because the length and the width are equal. So what we have to do is plug in these numbers to the formula, multiply, and we'll get our answer. So let's go ahead and do that. Area equals length. What is length? 4 times width, which is 4, and we get 16. 16 what? 16 square. And what are we measuring? With inches. So the answer would be 16 square inches. Because same thing as the last problem, we have 4 rows coming down, 4 rows going across, and if we count them all, it'll be 4, 8, 12, 16, which is our answer that we got. Before we dive into this third problem, if you're liking these videos, if you're enjoying watching them, please go ahead and like, subscribe, and share so that this small channel can inspire millions of educators and learners just like yourself. This problem is going to be a little bit tricky, but don't worry, I'm about to break it down for you. So, they're telling us that the area of this square is 36. But they're not telling us what the width of this shape is. So what should we do? So we should go back to the formula and look at it one more time. So 36 square inches equals length times width. Do we know the length? Of course, it is 3. And we have to multiply it with the width, and that will give us 36. So there are 2 things that we can do. We can either multiply or we can divide. If you know your times tables, you know that 3 times something equals 36. But if you're struggling a little bit with your times tables, don't worry, we can divide. So let's go ahead and do 36 divided by 3. 3 times what is going to give us 3? 3 times 1 equals 3. We subtract. We bring down the next number. 3 times what is going to give us 6? 3 times 2 is 6. We subtract. And is it possible that the width of this side is 12 inches? Well, let's go ahead and see. 3 times 12, 12 times 3, 3 times 2 is 6, 3 times 1 is 3, and we get the answer. The mystery number was 12, and we found it by dividing. So it would be 36 square inches. This fourth and final problem is going to require critical thinking, but don't worry, you got this. So this shape, the area is 16 square feet, but as you can see, they didn't give us the length, they didn't give us the width, so what are we supposed to do? Well, the beautiful thing is that we have a formula, and this formula is also going to be with you on the day of your exam. So make sure you use it, memorize it, make it your best friend, because it is going to help you to solve these problems. So the formula is length times width. We know that we're going to have to multiply two numbers, and the answer is going to have to equal 16. So what we can do is go a number at a time, or if you know your times tables, this problem is easy peasy lemon squeezy. But if you don't, it's okay. You'll get there. So what we have to do is go the longer route, which is start to multiply two numbers at a time. So 1 times 1 is 1. That can be it. 2 times 2 is 4. That can be it. 3 times 3 is 9. That can be it. What about 4 times 4? 4 times 4 is 16. And it equals the square feet. So whenever you have a problem like this, always look at the formula. The formula will help you. So thank you guys so much for watching. I appreciate your support. And always remember, you are smart, you are loved, and you can do it. Until next time.